is FirstCoast.tv. I find myself with
Bill Nesbitt.
Okay.
Mr. Rivera, welcome. Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you for having me. I see we're here at the Serenata Beach Club and you guys are having a meeting.
Yes.
And this meeting is concerning what?
There's a proposed development between here and the Vilano Bridge. It's in the protected marsh area. The development has 43 acres. They propose to use about half of that to build a hotel, conference/convention center, a beach club, a bed and breakfast, 70 chalet type rental houses,
Wow.
a bar and grill, and some other good stuff.
Now we know there's an issue with the traffic trying to get out of Vilano into St. Augustine. Now this is going to add, how many units is this going to add probably?
There are 300 hotel type rooms, 70 chalets, a conference center which went from 11 to 13,000 feet. We don't have the final figures on it yet. It'll have a beach club, some restaurants, and some other goodies.
Oh my God. And your organization is called Save Our Vilano.
Save Our Vilano. We want to keep Vilano residential because once you break the mold and allow commercial construction in the middle of it, then anybody can ask for that same designation, and it's very hard to say no.
Exactly, because you have as a president what's there as the...
Right.
Yes, that's clear.
The county land use map that is supposed to sustain itself until 2026 or 2027 has everything with the exception of the sewer plant here, which we like to have. Everything from the Vilano Bridge all the way up to Ponte Vedra has residential only.
Yes.
This will break the mold.
Yes, yes. And so the goal of this organization, Save Our Vilano, is then to stop this project if possible.
To stop the change of land use and to stop the commercialization of it. It'd be fine if it was residential, but that's not their plan.
Right, right. And do you know what their plan is and what time frame they'd like to have this done? If it goes forward, it would take 3 years to build?
It's very hard to tell because their plans aren't complete.
Okay.
They gave us something in a meeting in May that was different than what they had filed. They were refiling. What they filed so far isn't complete, so it's hard to say. It will be large. It'll be a maximum of 80,000 square feet of commercial space type stuff. And that's an awful lot of commercial space. How much traffic will generate is a matter of debate. If they have the conference center and it's as big as they had previously claimed, it can hold 1,000 people. Other than that, their minimum traffic estimate is 120, 160 cars an hour, which means somebody's going to have to get on to A1A 3 times every minute.
Okay.
You try that some days.
My God. So your organization, or this organization, Save Our Vilano, is coming at the very beginning of this to challenge the zoning.
We didn't know this thing existed until our little local newspaper had it there in May. And they've already gone through 2 iterations of plans. It's scheduled to go before the Planning and Zoning Commission and then before the County Commission.
Wow.
And I'm sure they'd like to get it done before the elections.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right. So about how many members are there in the Save Our Vilano?
We don't know. We don't have members. This is our first meeting.
Okay.
We put out the word and we're going to see how many people we get.
Yeah, I mean this.
And then we will do our best to energize these people and have each one of them bring 2 or 3 more people. And by the time it's over, we might have quite a crowd.
Right. And who are some of your speakers for today?
Well, we have our attorney, Jane West. We have myself. And we're going to try and keep it short and neat. We want our guests here to ask questions. So there are 8 of us presently here wearing these silly name tags. Are there? And we'll answer questions. Jane West will answer questions. And we hope we can give them facts that they can take home and think about.
All right. Today is July the 13th, and I thank you. FirstCoast.tv thanks you. So I think the community should be aware of what's going on. And this is a great way to find out.
Well, we really appreciate your coming out and giving us some time and letting other people know what's going on.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Nesbitt, thank you.
Indeed. This is where the project is going to be, right here in the middle of the conservation area. The ocean at this point, the A1A is at its narrowest point. We'll show you a slide. The ocean comes right up to the road now, and at high tide it actually goes over the road. The approval of future land use to commercials sets a precedent. Somebody who asked for that afterward, it's hard to deny that because you've already given them that chance once. Let's go on to the next slide, because nobody can read this back there, and I'm sure Jane wants to get into it. Here are the uses under CHT. We're going to leave this out for people to read when they come up, but it includes car washes, automobile oil change, adult arcade and amusement center, indoor activities allowed by or on-premises license to ferry mutual holders, restaurants, convenience stores, commercial, recreational, single-family residence, private clubs, electric substations, truck stops, well that goes with the adult entertainment, fish camps, retreat, general store, antenna towers, water wash treatment, bed and breakfast, marinas, two-family. It goes on and on. There's a whole list of things there, a lot of which some of the county people say, well, we need more of this stuff because we don't have enough. Well, for goodness sakes, you're not using what you already paid for. And the next one is, are you all familiar with the shipyard where Lourdes used to be, that construction? Well, guess what they're going to build in phase 2? Any guesses? Convention center and a hotel, you heard. So I think it's a little specious to say that we really need this thing for the good of the county. There's A1A. There's its nearest neighbor to the east, which happens to be the ocean. And if we find that it has more than 160 cars an hour, which I really think it does, a little tough to widen the road there. It can't be done. This is the flood map of the area. There's a new flood map coming out in August, which is going to be more severe. I'll show you some of that in a minute. The good news is, I don't want to alarm people, for most of the county, the threat of flooding has been revised and is less, but in the coastal areas it's more. So this is where the development is going to go right here, and there's the flood area. And I could only pull up one evacuation map, but guess what? Everything goes right by here and stops at the carousel. Put in front of the county commission, or we want to hold it back either temporarily for some other reason. That is on August the 4th. After that, the land use change request approval is transmitted to the county, and the county then votes to say, all right, we think we like this, we'll send it on to the state. Now the state can't approve or deny, all the state can do is recommend. Once that's done, it goes back to the county commission for a vote. A vote for two things, to approve or disapprove the land use change, and after that, approve or disapprove the zoning change. We think this is a bad idea. It needs to be stopped here. And the way that's done is to send as many emails as you can to the county commissioners and the GZA. This is a very democratic situation to get a scale, and they weigh the number of yeses coming in and the number of noes. And if the yeses are substantial, they pay attention to it. If the noes are substantial, they pay more attention to that. And we like a lot of noes.